Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsyreplays and welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're going to be looking at the SP1C. I have actually never done a video on the SP1C. Back in the day, when this tank first entered Blitz, it was, in my opinion, completely OP. When you can run two of these against tier 5s back in the day, it was insane. And it was a tank that me and an old friend of mine, Hayabusa X, used to run quite often because it was so much fun. It had that autoloader, and it was just completely insane. But since then, it's been nerfed. The autoloader, the shell in between each shot is like 3 seconds, I think, or 2.5 seconds. I can't remember. 3.5, you'll see in a minute. And I think it's just broken the tank completely. In my eyes, it didn't really need the buff. 3.5, there we go. Back in the day, I'm not sure exactly what it was. It was probably like 1.5 or 2 seconds between each clip. But it needed that. It needed that because the tank itself has no armour. Like, absolutely no armour. And everyone that faces SP1C will automatically shoot HE. So I sold it. I sold the tank and I pretty much haven't played it since. Now, on the Wargaming Discord server, someone actually commented saying, can you do an SP1C video? And normally I don't do requests for videos unless they are from patrons. But I thought, you know what, I haven't played the SP1C in so long, so I'm just going to go and play it. And my first battle was an ace. So I thought, yeah, I might as well play it some more, get a video. Why not? And to be honest, I actually enjoyed playing it. It's still quite a good tank. And since before this video, I was telling everyone that the tank sucks. The tank really does suck. It gets bullied by almost everyone, and I mean not just with the HE. If you're in a Dracula and you see one of these on the enemy team, you kind of forget there's 6 other players. And you just go and also you kind of forget that you've got a gun. You just get rammed to death because the tank is really, really light and everyone just wants a piece of you. Which is why I've named the title Leave Me Alone, because everybody just wants to bully you. And that is what it is. That is what it is. If you start a battle and you see an SP1C on the enemy team, you kind of rub your hands together and you're like, he is mine. So you do get bullied quite often, which is probably why when this got nerfed, I didn't like the tank, because it's not that the tank is bad, it's just you get bullied by everyone. However, the stats of the tank, it is out of all the light tanks in tier 7, which you have the Type 62, the AMX 1375, LTTB, Bulldog, AMX 1357, and the T71. This has the lowest DPM at 1784, and that is almost 200 less than the next one, which is the T71 and the AMX 1375, so almost 200 less. However, the penetration is the best, the same as the T71. It's 160 mil, and it has 225 alpha, and the rate of fire is 7.93. And as I've said, it has a 3.5 second interclip, and the full magazine reload is 11.6 seconds. Now, that didn't used to be that high either, so I'm not sure what it was before, but it definitely didn't used to be that. The aim time 1.77, which is around the average. It's not bad. It's not bad. And the dispersion is 0.328, which isn't so great, but it isn't bad. It has 58 kilometers speed, and as I've said, the armor, you have 10 mil on your front, side, back. The front of your turret you can have 15 mil, but everywhere else you have 10 mil. So tier 6s, tier 7, any tank that come against you should be shooting HE. If they're not, then they are noobs. Now you can see the first battle we had was a pretty good battle. Now this battle, Born to Kill, he sent me this, and this is how you kind of got to play this tank. Now, they're a tank down, it's 4 against 5. But here's the other side of the map, not spotted. He's getting the damage in. He's done 1,600 damage so far. He's going to get a nice shot there. And he's full hit points. So this is how you really need to play the tank from distance. Not to get shot is a must, because as I've said, you get shot from an IS with HE, you're going to lose 600 HP. You're going to lose sort of 75% of your hit points straight away. So play at a distance, spot the tanks, relocate, try and get the shots in from a different angle, do the damage, and then later on in the game, like he is now, it is 2 versus 4, but there's like 2 or 3 tanks that are a one shot. So this is where he can rush in, clear up the lower tanks, and get a few kills and get a bit more damage. So he's already done 2.2k, which is still okay in this tank. It's still not bad. But he's going to get some more damage, and he's going to get some more kills. You've got the IS there. He's going to get that tank, and he's going to aim at that, but he doesn't need to. The KV-1S can take him out. So now it looks a lot easier. But the T-34-85 is coming. He does get spotted. So he needs to hide behind the building now, because as I've said, any shot will hurt you in this tank. So save the hit points as much as possible, because it is hard to carry in this tank because of the armour. Now, there is a T-29 up there. He's now getting shot by the MT-25, and he's already lost 25% of his damage, of his hit points, just from that MT-25, who is a tier 6. But that was a lovely shot in that T-29. And now it's looking a lot easier. So now he gets a nice shot into the T-34. Now, Born to Kill's not actually running the autoloader. He is running the other gun. Let's have a look. Modules. I think it's still the 90mm. It is still a 90mm. You've got the 7.2 seconds, which I believe this is. Let me just have a look. It does about the same damage, but it's not an autoloader. So it does the same damage per shot, but it's not an autoloader. So it's about 7 seconds reload. But it's still a nice gun. So it doesn't really matter what gun you use, but I prefer the autoloader. Now that battle, 3.3k damage, and he only gets a first class, but he does get the sniper medal. So very well played, Born to Kill. Now moving on to the last battle. Now this was my first battle when I played this tank. I wasn't even trying to get footage. I just thought someone mentioned it. You know, I'm just going to go and play it. And this was the first battle. So it is Himmelsdorf, and already, as you can see, we've spotted like 4 tanks. Well, we haven't, but there is 4 tanks spotted. And we're not going to rush in. We're going to sit back, because as I've said, it is an SP1C. If you're the front line, everyone is just going to focus you. Doesn't matter if there's any tanks all around you, you are going to get focused, and your hit points will literally fall very, very quickly. So we're going to wait, and we're going to sit back. Our team is coming, but the MT-25, he did what I didn't want to do, and he rushes in, and he dies very, very quickly. And now you can see the whole team is spotted. So we have the KV-2, we have the T-43, we have a few tanks that have now come and supported me, so we can play it just a little bit more aggressive. So you've got the MT-25 there is flanking round. So I'm going to go and try and clear the Cheetu. We get 1 shot in him. He's not looking at me, which means we can circle him and we can take the other shot before we're reloaded. So we've got 1 kill now, 2 tanks down on the enemy, 1 tank down for us. And now I'm going to go and attack the MT-25. So once I've reloaded, I can kill him. 1 shot, 3.5 seconds later, we can get another shot and we can take him out. And now you can see the enemy have started pushing our tanks, but they haven't actually noticed me. So I can get behind and get the Panzer 4S. 1 shot into him, 2nd shot into him, and now he's a 1 shot. So he's nothing to worry about. And you can see the KV-2 comes in and can take him out. And we're going to do the exactly same thing with the IS. Sitting behind your team is what you need to do, making sure that the tanks can't focus you. So you can see here we're going to get 2 shots, and we're going to back up, and we're going to let the KV-1S take the damage, and the SU-100 White takes him out. So it's now 3 against 2. we are losing on cap points, so we do need to cap this base. We're up to 1.8k damage. We're going to get this base. We've already got base B, so we still need to do some more damage. Even taking this base is not going to let us win. We need to do more damage. We need to take out these tanks. The SU-100Y has now been spotted. We're trying to get a shot into him without him getting a shot into us, because he can almost kill us if he shoots HE. But we get 2 shots into him. Now, my team has now shot him. He's only on 22 HP, so we're going to get behind him. We don't want to be in front of his gun. We can take him out, and now it is just the IS-2 left. So we're going to get one more shot into his bottom plate, and you can just see he is focusing the SU, which means I can get behind him, because the KV-1S was in front of him, and I intended to get behind him. So that means he's got a KV-1S in front, and he's got an SP1C behind. So he can only look at one of us. We get a few shots into him. We're now reloading. The KV-1S is going to get one more shot into him, 2 HP. But it don't matter. We are now reloaded. We can get one shot, and we can get the final shot for our 4th kill. So 2.9k damage. You're not going to block any damage. My mate Zenodium has actually got a steel wall in this somehow. I have no idea. But nonetheless, it's still a nice tank. It just gets bullied a lot. But that is the SP1C. It is a good tank. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you soon.